I am Indiana Smith and welcome to my channel. This is Encased, part 2 of the introductory area. Not much to say except, let's get this adventure started.
See you next time.
And receive a colorful leaflet.
Suppose it's time for me to finish my training.
An amazing excursion to a world of new technology and the riddles of an ancient civilization. Listen to this information, useful for all.
You see a tall scientist in a white lab coat, bathed in the dim lamplight. He almost appears to be hovering above the laboratory floor. The man turns at your footsteps. He's holding a paper clipboard and a pencil. His shimmering silver badge reads Sebastian van Olden. He glances from you to the glittering watch on his wrist.
I want us to respect one another's time. Please speak loudly, clearly, and to the point. You must be the newcomer I was told about. Nice to meet you.
Finished with his unusual greeting, he offers you his thin hand.
I'm Indiana, here for the briefing. Nice to meet you.
The scientist puts the clipboard aside, raises his watch for a closer look, and sets the timer. He shows you his watch dial.
According to the rules of this briefing, I have to touch on a large number of topics. Therefore, I will do so very briefly. Do not interrupt me. When I'm finished, I'll answer your questions, within regulations, of course.
Sebastian produces his handheld and clicks some buttons.
I checked your scanner. It's working and is connected to the Minerva database. Everything you scan will earn you Kronos or Forefathers knowledge points.
The instructor watches you with displeasure.
Are you listening? Scan everything that might be of scientific interest. First of all, anomalies. They could be dangerous. Make sure to always have medication with you.
He places a canvas pouch in your hand.
This pouch is full of bolts. You can temporarily discharge an anomaly by throwing a bolt into it. It's primitive, but reliable.
Van Olden pushes a button on his stopwatch.
So, my oral briefing fell within the allotted span of time. Any questions you want to ask me?
What's in the Minerva database?
Sebastian snorts skeptically.
Oh, great. You're even ignorant of the basics. Minerva is a mainframe located at Magellan Base, where you'll be going soon, by the way. The Minerva disk stores the database containing every piece of information about the Dome and the company's employees. It is thanks to this scanning that the database is constantly updated. Are you ready for the second part of the briefing, or do you have any more questions?
The instructor looks at his chronometer again.
How do I scan objects?
Sebastian pulls a scanner from his pocket.
I will demonstrate this only once. To switch on the scanner, press the button on the right side of the manipulator housing. The scanning beam is narrow. It's intended to focus on one object at a time.
Van Olden turns on the scanner and continues.
My advice is to scan anything that might be of scientific or statistical interest. Relics, forefathers' objects, automatic doors, vehicles, vending machines, deceased employees.
He turns the screen so you can see it.
The scanner automatically transmits data to the Minerva system, and you receive knowledge points. Do you have any questions, or can we proceed to the practical part of our briefing?
Do you have a list of useful medications for researching anomalies?
You'll need some one-use stimulator injectors, bandages to stop bleeding, and anti-radiation agents and radio protectors, including ARAD-3.
The white ticks these off on his fingers. He produces a black-capped, transparent plastic jar out of his pocket.
According to protocol, you should have this medicine. I'll give it to you as soon as we proceed to the practical part of the briefing. Are you ready, by the way, or do you have any questions?
You know what? What are these knowledge points and what's the difference between the two?
The white scowls in annoyance.
Do you know anything at all? What did you come under the dome for anyway? You get knowledge points for scanning objects. For scanning anomalies and relics, you receive Forefather points. Scanning the company's property and employees, living or dead, earns you Kronos knowledge points.
He explains with a sagacious expression.
You can exchange knowledge points for medication and equipment as part of the volunteer research program. Are you ready for the next part? The clock is ticking.
The instructor taps his watch meaningfully.
Yeah, no more questions. Ready to proceed.
The scientist glances at his watch again.
You're within the time limit for questions. The next step is training in the artificial ecozone.
He rests one finger on the button in preparation to start the timer.
You're going to go downstairs and scan relics. I will be monitoring your progress. Please note there are several radioactive anomalies in the ecozone. These are the same conditions you'll be working in the field. Radioactive zones and relics are quite common under the dome.
He smoothly extracts a jar of yellow pills from his pocket.
Here's your ARAD 3. And one more thing. Just a moment.
Just a moment, and he walks off. Maybe I should have asked some more pointless questions.
The detailed plans are ready, and according to please stand by for decontamination to end. In the west, bars, casinos, spas. This is the dome from the inside.
Van Olden gestures back at the ecozone.
You haven't completed scanning everything yet. Finish the task first.
Okay, then.
Dry as a nun's gusset. What?
You have such a lovely bedside manner, by the way.
Be careful around the anomalies. Touch one of them and you'll be injured.
Thank you for the information. Ouch.
Toss a bolt at the anomaly to don't touch the relics with your hands, employee. Use your scanner. Radiation sickness will not add to your knowledge. Attention. Journal entry. A successful scanning attempt. You're doing all right so far. Go ahead. Keep an eye on you.
Attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
Unfortunateness on the other side. See if I can do better on this side.
Journal entry. 2 objects scanned. And again, watch out for anomalies. Touch one and you'll be injured. Toss a bolt at the anomaly. Journal entry. All 3 objects have been successfully scanned. Come upstairs, employee.
Well, walking into an anomaly wasn't fun. It was a learning experience.
Welcome to the dome, an amazing exhibition.
Like the Sci-Fi's.
Sebastian meets you on the platform.
Your finishing time is within the acceptable range.
He clicks the stopwatch button, fixing the result time. The scientist turns back to his notes.
Not bad. One question. You observed several anomalies while scanning. Why do you think they appeared? I'd like to hear your opinion.
I suppose the anomalies can sense electronics.
The scientist assumes a superior expression.
I knew you'd come up with something like that. I see you understand nothing about the nature of anomalies. So let me add a couple of points.
He glances at the shimmering blue light in the ecozone.
The truth is, we don't know the precise reason for these phenomenon either. We actually know nothing, no matter how much we try to convince ourselves otherwise.
Sebastian points a thin finger at the clustered lightning.
I personally believe that the anomalies are the dome's security mechanism. The ones you saw are relatively harmless, but there are different anomalies in the desert, phenomenon that toy with the human mind.
Van Olden clasps his hands behind his back.
I know you don't care, but I'll say it anyway. Scientists today are required to be wonder workers who can heal cancer with a wave of their hand and solve the secrets of the universe during their coffee break. For some reason, no one wants to understand that fundamental science is always an investment in the future. It produces no answers here and now.
The White's gaze strays back to his clipboard.
If something terrible happens under the dome one day, and I'm sure it will, science will protect no one. That is all. Off you go.
This is the
So science won't protect anyone here and now, but it might in the future? In front of you is a high-tech device that provides medical care without the participation of a doctor. An order sheet with a pair of blue seals is placed on top of the service cost table. Judging by the text of the order, employees of the Concord station and newcomers are provided with medical care free of charge. I shouldn't have any unless those anomalies gave me some, but let's cure all addictions. Medcom injects you with a whole range of drugs designed to stop the development of addictions and restore the mechanism of serotonin reuptake. I'm pretty sure I received radiation from that anomaly, so let's go ahead and take care of that next. A metallic voice sounds from the speakers. Step under the sprayer. A jet of rapidly evaporating decontamination solution is poured over you from head to toe. The manipulator arm hanging above you performs an injection into your arm, leaving a tiny, slightly bleeding point. You hear the metallic voice again. Possible side effects: vomiting. Please turn away from the machine. There is a drain hatch on the floor. Please cure the radiation sickness then, please. As soon as you press the button,
As soon as you press
mechanical
the
hands
button, a
descend
pair of
on your
mechanical
shoulders
hands
and
descend
neck,
to your
as if
shoulder
holding
and
you
neck,
tightly
as if
in
to hold you
position.
tightly in position.
Several needles pierce into disinfected skin at once. Multicolored solution fill the transparent tubes that stretch along the manipulator. You stand motionless, entangled in a jumble of wires, tubes, and needles until the mechanical arm releases your shoulders. Procedure complete, says the metallic voice. Restore health. You press the green button and the manipulator that looks like some sci-fi weapon gently pokes your hand, leaving a cold spot of antiseptic on the skin. A second later, a thin needle pierces your arm. A sharp pain immediately gives way to the feeling of a pleasant coolness. The device makes a buzzing noise as it pumps a regenerating compound mixed with antiseptics and saline into your vein. You step away from the medcom listening to your sensations. You actually do feel a little better now.
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
Welcome Under the Dome, an amazing excursion to a world of new technology and the riddles of ancient civilization.
A relic. Don't mind if I'll take this, do you? Didn't think so.
Please stand by for decontamination to end.
Looks like I leveled up. But first, let's see if about scanning this relic. That looks handy. Looks like it might actually be able to allow me to carry a little bit more. 118, 123 max weighing capacity. Nice.
You'll be lying by a
I think
swimming
I'm gonna
hole,
go ahead and take a
sipping
quick seat,
margarita right
get
on
this
the
level up
spot.
taken care of. Looks like I do have some psionics, not much. Better melee weapons than than I expected.
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully.
Like, let's make this an even 50. Put contraptions at an even 30. New abilities, always nice.
Remember, our honest work will make the world a better place. World a better place.
$60, huh? Okay. 30, 30, 30. Last bit into those. Yes, please.
Sounds like a sci-fi story, but we are.
And receive.
Main user page. I have no ability for hacking. Oh, I should have put something in my tech, huh? I could have gotten that up to tinker status. Clock, more spikes. Scientist. I need science 25. I have to work on that. I put everything to combat. Silly me. The short, skinny technician is working among the warehouse shelves, with his eyes glued to the stacks of cases. He's frantically writing something in his notebook. His badge reads, Marek Denkowski on it.
Why are you bugging me?
You clap him on the shoulder, but he just hisses in your direction without looking. Abbott, please, it's not funny anymore. Do you need help with something?
Good day.
Hearing your unfamiliar voice, the lab assistant spins around. Oh, Jesus. I'm sorry. I mistook you for my idiot co-worker. Help, you say? I'm up for it. Know how to use a scanner and take inventory? Splendid. There are 6 relics inside the case on the table. Scan them and write them in the data on the notebook. It's on the same table. Alright, I can do that. Denkowski gives you a friendly pat on the shoulder. Thank you. We've only met 2 minutes ago, but you're already a better than Abbott. Amazing. He turns back to his shelves.
Have a good one.
notebook is open. At the top page, inventory list is written in small round letters. Fill the notebook. The page is divided into 2 columns of 6 lines each. All you have to do is scan the relics and enter the data on the table. Relic 1. Well, you copy over the destination of relic number 20009. Add relic number 22518 to the table. Finding line 22518, you fill in the relic description. Enter the data, enter the data, enter the data, enter the data. Okay. Let's talk to this guy. Stefanski nods to you, still scribbling in his notebook.
So where were we?
Just a minute. He finishes whatever he's writing with flourish. Okay. Now I'm listening. I'm finished. Good. Let me look it over. Stefanski picks up the notebook and studies the records carefully. He makes a few notes with his pen and gazes up at you. Yes, excellent work. I'm surprised, even. I'm not that accustomed to people who actually do what they're told. Thanks for your help. You step aside. Stefanski looks back at you and waves affably.
Bye-bye.
I think I'm going to go ahead and grab the one item out of here. Looks like something that could be useful in chemical. I don't think I'll need the broom. An impressive man has long gray hair and a button, smokes a cigarette, drops ashes on the boots from time to time. The headphones hanging from his neck produce small metal music.
Oh, hello there.
The dull badge on his chest reads, Nelson Cunningham, Burial Manager. Nelson takes the cigarette out of his mouth. Hey, feeling good, huh? It's, professional interest, eh, huh? What are you doing here? Cunningham approaches one of the containers and pats it tentatively. Prepared this goodness here for cremation. Waiting for the meat wagon. I'm here to kind of watch everything goes right. He sticks out his chest proudly, puffing out smoke. What are the boxes for? Bushes. What I think is bushes. These coffins. Nelson reacts as if you've insulted him deeply. He approaches one of the containers. These are the best coffins I've ever seen. Here, a window, to look at the dead. When to open or close it, you can. I can do. Here's a hatch to stop the lid from falling. Alright. Technology. Cunningham swings open a coffin lid. Fortunately, this one is empty. Soft, comfortable. It's soundproof. Can sleep in it all weight. Wanna try? No, I think I'm good. Why don't you lie down there yourself? Yeah, the blue spreads its hands. Shoot yourself. I personally do like lying in one of those shamotsamas. He lies down inside the coffin, rolls back and forth a few times and gets comfortable on the velvety cushion. Shh, all good. I hide from the bushes here sometimes. Close the lid and go to sleep. As if to confirm his words, Nelson shuts the lid. A couple of minutes later, the lid pops open from a powerful blow, and the blue rises from the coffin, roaring, his arms outstretched. He climbs out of the box. Like a zombie. Alright, yeah? Alright. Alright, cool.
Come back again.
Attention. Please handle
Hey, you're at it again, asshole.
Okay, you got me, Butch. Old habits. You know that.
Shall we continue?
Continue my ass. Read deal. Everyone gets 3 bolts.
Hey, come on now. Start over. He only did it once.
No, Butch is right. I ain't gonna argue with him.
'Cause you ain't, you slime ball. If I find out you cheated, your mama won't ever see you again.
None of our mothers will ever see any of us again. Damned dome. I'm alright. I'm dealing.
Clearly, you've interrupted some kind of game. 3 oranges freeze, their arms outstretched, staring at you perplexedly. Not here to make a fuss. Chief Orange follows you with a suspicious gaze. Oh yeah, we're going to. Time for work, right guys? The oranges are share a look and hastily withdraw, leaving you behind. Piece of cloth.
Attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit. Remember, our honest work will make the world a better place. A better place.
Hey, you. Yeah, you, dumbass.
Before you see a large, hairy orange with funny, round little glasses. He has a patch of fish snacks in his hand, and he dips his finger in it, carefully fishing 2 pieces out. Daryl Gilmore Loader, says the badge on his chest.
Hi there.
He resets his glasses on his nose and looks quickly around. Then he puts an arm around your shoulder and pulls you to him. Long story short, kitten, I have one offer. A business offer. You smell what I'm cooking? Okay. Okay. Here's the thing. Do you see that all behind my back? I've just returned from there from shipping. I've been moving some crates. They weren't sealed for transit yet, so I checked a few of them out, and looky, there are relics inside. I thought they were rubbish at first, but no, these are solid relics. Category 2. Hold on. Daryl scoops a handful of orange-dyed, crumpled something out of his pack and pulls it into his mouth. He chews and swallows, and then he goes on. Anyway, I can't get those crates. There are guards in there now, but you look like the sort who easily blends in. Would you sneak in like a ninja and grab something that's lying about? Don't forget about me, of course. The orange crumples his pack and rummages around for more smacks. Fresh out, son of a bitch. The main thing you should remember is to go quietly. Don't get caught on camera, and don't let the guards see you. It's gonna be okay. I don't know. Daryl releases you. You should at least think about it, kitten.
Come back again.
Stealth. Stealth mode allows you to steal and move without being detected by your opponents. While the stealth mode watch the detector indicator display above a character. Once the indicator is full, you will be detected. You can go into stealth mode only if no one sees you. Press caps lock to display the visible area. Okay. Let's take a look at this map. I'm currently here. Okay.
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
Why do you keep bothering me?
There's a badge on his chest of this black with an inscription, Danis Catch Guard. He stops you with a quick gesture. Where are you going? Gate 1 is restricted area. Come on, get out of here.
See ya.
Okay, now I'm just curious. This is the end of the Cold War. The world economy now revolves around the dome and the studies of the technologies, an effort shared among many nations, both capitalists and socialists. The world can rest easy. There will be no nuclear apocalypse, only collaboration in the interest of all of mankind. Pravda newsletter article. Whatever these fascinists call the dome, an alien colony ship, a gift of humanity from another world, the remnants of Atlantis, a prison for dark forces, a magical laboratory for the ancient Egyptians. Personally, I think the definition doesn't matter. What we are going to do with it, that's what matters. The Universe Talk broadcast. Okay, look at.
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be
Okay, I need to be heading to The crash course is completed. Head to the waiting area where the bus will take you to Magellan Station. Hi, bus station to Magellan Station.
Welcome under the dome. An amazing excursion.
I
All
don't know
wings
about you.
and receive a colorful leaflet. Welcome under the dome. An amazing excursion to a world of new technology and the riddles of an ancient civilization.
A slovenly bald man with a dull, bug-eyed look and 3 days stubble is sitting behind the table, covered with papers. As you walk he pokes you in the elbow with a pointy finger, causing you to stop.
Good day to you.
The silver smiles, revealing crooked yellow teeth. Hey, buddy, the name's Milo Randall. Chat with me for a couple minutes. I'll guarantee it'll change your life. Okay, what do you gotta say? He peers closely at you, still with the unnatural smile. You've come under the dome, and for what? Earning peanuts? Haven't you ever wanted more? I'm pretty happy with my terms in the contract. For a split second, Milo's face falls. He clearly didn't expect that answer. The Silver rapidly pulls himself together. You're happy now, but they only pay you as long as you can work. What if you break your leg, or a relic makes you go blind? Don't you want to own a business that makes money while you're relaxed and rake in the dough? That would be an interesting proposal. Milo's eyes shine with excitement. I've got an offer for you, my friend. Are you ready? Well, are you? Of course you are. You said yes, right? The Silver throws up his hands and papers fly in all directions as though a bomb has gone off at his bench. He feverishly digs through the papers, finally dragging a sheet with some kind of flow diagram on it from the heap. Okay. You ready? Let's say there's a certain product, Product X. The value of this product never drops. It always goes up. All you have to do is find a buyer who's ready to pay for Product X. Milo shakes a diagram in front of your face. Do you see, buddy? Product X. You sell it as a profit. They'll sell it to their buyer as a profit. Those buyers sell it as a profit. And the cycle just goes on and on. And the most important thing is that everyone in the cycle gets to keep their profits. Joining up and start making money right now. He calms down slightly. He returns the diagram to the pile and resumes his frightening, unnatural smile. And now, I'll answer all your questions about Product X so you can pay your membership dues and join my system with complete confidence. Nah, not interested.
I hope to see you again soon.
Ed, spit it out. I can see that something's bothering you.
Well, it's a bit of a...
God. Come on already. Ed, we already discussed this. The relics effect.
Employee, please come here. There's an urgent task for you.
Good day to you.
Young woman with a very creative dye job brings her spontaneous good cheer down on you like a sledgehammer. Hi. I'm Yuki. I'm the most awesome techie here. I'm also the fast and strong. Watch this. She smacks the table with her kind of tool, leaving a significant dent. Impressive. She smiles widely, swirling a lock of hair around her finger. Then she addresses you in a conspiratorial whisper. You know why they transfer me closer to the administration and science lab? Even though I'm a blue and supposed to work on the mechanical floor? Because you're so smart? Yuki reacts with joyous fire. Hey, that's exactly right. She frowns suddenly. But they don't let me do anything. There's an awkward pause.
It was nice chatting.
I'm listening.
Tall blonde man is in the 40s, mechanically touches the brim of his cap, then extends his hand for a shake. His fingers are rock hard. He withdraws his hand as soon as you touch it. The badge on his broad chest reads, Adolf Schmitz, head of security. Schmitz is studying you back. Disapprovingly, it seems. He wipes a bit of lint off your shoulder and adjusts the collar of your jumpsuit. Your uniform could use a wash badly. It's really new, and aside from the dust storm, I suppose. I'm Adolf Schmitz, head of the security service. You were to be sent to Magellan, but there was a change of circumstances. The black nods towards the door behind him. I've got an urgent order for you. Your help is needed at a nearby object. Mr. Kingsley is waiting right now to give you your assignment. He'll tell you everything himself. Adolf steps aside, glancing down at your boots. He shakes his head morosely. Why does he need me? Not the other blue that's arrived with me. Schmitz takes a small notebook from his pocket and quickly thumbs through it. One moment, it's in here. Right. Your colleague's name is Igor Potanin. It says he doesn't speak English. Furthermore, his specialization is architecture. I doubt the problem at Nashville has anything to do with architecture. Very well. Let's be about it. Schmidt steps aside, inviting you to enter. Come in, please. The video phone is on the wall over there.
The giant display glows welcomingly when you approach. A red light comes on under the screen's steel hood. The camera is switched on. A gray old man with high cheekbones appears and squints out at you from the screen.
Do you copy?
He leans close to the camera, his glasses glittering.
My name is Martin Kingsley. I'm Chief Officer of Magellan Base. We were supposed to meet in person, but unforeseen circumstances prevented that. One moment. I'll grab your file.
He reaches for something out of view and produces a thin folder with your name on the cover. Apparently, your file. Kingsley opens the folder to thumb through the pages. He marks one of the pages with a pencil.
Well, well. So you're in Blue Wing. A solid choice. Does it run in the family? Or did the role attract you for some other reason?
I like to tinker with machinery.
The quick strokes of the administrator's pencils suggest he's added 2 big plus signs to your file.
There's around 6,000 vehicles inside the dome now, and that number will only keep growing. You have enough work here for years to come.
Kingsley closes the file and folds his hands in front of him.
Thank you for your reply. I learned a little more about you. Now, I want you to learn a little bit more about us. Keep in mind, this is not a rehearsed speech.
He assumes a serious expression.
When the dome was discovered in 1971, it became a scientific and media sensation, a worldwide phenomenon, and likely the most significant discovery in the history of mankind.
Kingsley drums his fingers on the unseen desk, his gaze focused somewhere beyond.
I see. You were enticed here by radio advertising, telefilms, and all those interviews, billboards at every turn. Cronus wants the world to see the dome as a stage where something merry and fascinating is going on. But now that you're actually here, I want you to see the real picture.
You can't make out his eyes behind the glare on his spectacles, but he seems to be staring directly at you.
Here's the truth. Nobody was waiting for us inside the dome. It's neither a treasury of technologies nor a cemetery of the ancients. Perhaps what we're doing now is defusing the world's most complicated bomb. Will our mission thrive? I believe so. If we work together and everybody does their part.
He looks back at your file.
I say, do what must be done. Because that's what the concept of the 5 wings is all about.
Kingsley points at the camera.
You're from Blue Wing. You're looking at the world's most complicated infrastructure, and that complexity keeps growing. Your duties are not limited to maintenance and service. You'll be keeping up the image of the world in its accustomed form. Without hot water and electricity, people will revert to beasts in an astonishingly short order, though it might seem that.
Putting the folder aside, he sits back and stares at you in silence. It gets so quiet that the ticking of a clock can be heard through the speakers. Kingsley sighs quietly.
You were probably waiting for some boilerplate welcome speech, but I prefer to talk about real-world problems. Glad to meet you.
Same here.
Martin nods slowly.
I apologize once again for this long-distance meeting. Now, as we don't have much time, I'd like to get to the point. I'm sure you're curious why you were taking off the bus to Magellan and brought here instead.
He moves closer to the camera.
I'm going to show you a short video. Please pay attention.
Kingsley's face freezes on screen.
I have an urgent mission for an employee of your background and qualifications. I'd have assigned someone from Magellan, but I'm short on personnel. That's why it has to be a newcomer. I apologize again for the rush, but it seems I have no choice.
Martin noisily clears his throat.
Maybe you've heard about Nashville Base. While preparing the materials for this mission, I came across a short documentary film about the complex. I think you should watch it.
The speakers produce a hollow click. Purple, gray, and black spots flicker on the screen. A blurred title, The Cronus Archive 1971 to 1974, was used in the production of this recording, appears at the bottom. The shadow of an airplane flies across a faded yellow desert. A cheery voice fills the room. Every day, our researchers uncover more and more of the dome's secrets. There is no doubt the underground structures, so-called objects, are organized according to some pattern. Though early on, the importance of the relics to scientific research was considered insignificant. The desert dims into the black of a chalkboard. White lines drawn by an invisible hand begin to sketch a schematic of the dome. The narrator continues. By 1972, however, many important discoveries had come to light in a period of only a few months, and the construction of stationary research bases adjacent to the more promising objects began. Personnel moved into Ankara in May of 1972, and within half a year, Boston and Dessau were also brought into service, though the biggest discovery was yet to come. The picture changes to a chasm suffused with electric light, people bustling about everywhere. The speaker's voice seems to come from a distance. In November of 1973, a massive network of underground caves and a structure of hitherto unseen complexity was discovered in Sector C-12. Soon afterwards, the construction of C-12 Nashville began. The camera glides through dim caverns as the silhouettes of bizarre mechanisms emerge. Metal structures loom up from the dark, surrounded by earth-moving machines and exhausted miners wearing orange jumpsuits. The speaker continues. C-12 Nashville is an innovative research complex located atop the primary relic mining location. The complexity of this object is unique. Communications. The film abruptly cuts out, and Kingsley's face reappears.
The rest of this information is classified. Hopefully you get the main idea. Nashville is a very special place, requiring people with both special qualifications and special clearance level, though yours will do for your task.
And what exactly is my task?
Martin adjusts his glasses.
So, the task. Nashville base stopped transmitting and receiving signals yesterday evening. A reconnaissance group was sent out earlier today, but we haven't heard anything from them yet either.
The chief officer rubs his forehead.
Normally, I would never give this task to a newcomer like yourself, but I just don't have enough people.
He looks down at the documents again.
Furthermore, the group was lacking someone with your specialization. The communication problem appears to be more severe than I thought. Nashville's technicians could use another Blue Winger's help.
Kingsley is looking into the camera once more.
Your task is to get to Nashville, figure out whatever's behind the communication problem, get in touch with the group, and work with them to solve the problem.
The chief officer carefully returns the documents to the folder. You notice his hands tremble slightly.
Go downstairs. The truck must be waiting for you in storage. This task is urgent, but a small delay is acceptable if there's anything you need to settle here first. That is all. Any questions?
Nope. No more questions. Ready to get started.
Kingsley's hand reaches toward the camera.
Great to hear. Take care of yourself. I'll talk to you later.
Squabble with the wife? Scratched up the paint on your car?
Hog. You used a hog car. Excellent choice. These nimble miniature cars allow you to quickly navigate your current location. In addition, sometimes such vehicles may be blocking a secret passage or container, which can be accessed by pushing them aside. At worst, hogs often contain useful batteries that can be removed. Unfortunately, I do not have the skills needed. Green light in the loaded dashboard indicates that the vehicle is working and ready for a ride. It's a shame I can't get that.
I'm going back to Campbell then. Hey, can you spare a cig? I'll have a puff to pass the time until the storm ends, and then go.
It's my last one.
You're heartless, Ulf. Did I tell you that before? Well, I'm telling you again.
World a better place.
What do you want?
A blue and faded uniform stands leaning against the dusty orange door of the tow truck. His badge reads, Todd Gasberry.
Good day.
Gasberry looks at you and nods at the silver with the cigar. I've tried again and again to explain it to him. I say, show some understanding, but he just digs in his heels. He says, you're not allowed in without papers. Well, at least I'm allowed to be in and out all day, right? There's a storm out there, by the way. You've been sent out on the road too, huh? To Nashville? Real terror is apparent on Todd's sunburned face. To where? Nashville? In this weather? I tell you, they must have gone completely... Bah! There's no point to this. Their papers are more important than people, see? He awkwardly claps you on the shoulder, then leans in close and whispers, take care of yourself on the road. A dome storm is not for nothing. And another thing, while in Nashville, take care too. There are rumors.
See ya.
I'm all ears.
A tall and beefy Silver is puffing a cigar. He examines you keenly, like he's trying to remember your face. The letter on his badge says, Ulf Knudsen. The hangar and first floor corridors are restricted areas, requiring special permission. Please leave the area. He raises his hand and points to a sign plate on the wall.
Have a good one.
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage,
None of
your life will be
those.
forfeit.
Plenty gunsmithing.
Remember, our honest work will make the world a better place. World a better place.
Make it quick.
Please return to floor 2. You are contaminating valuable samples.
I hope we won't see you again.
Nothing to see here. Just doing my job, scanning dead creatures. Dead toxic cockroach. That's a big cockroach. There's a huge, disgusting dead insect lying in the cargo trailer. It most closely resembles an ordinary cockroach. Yellow hemolymph flows among the tarpaulins, folds, and mixes with acidic acid, leaving bleach stains on the cloth. Study the insect more closely. You take a closer look at the dead creature. Your perception allows you to notice lots of small details. There are numerous ragged holes in the chitinous shell. Closer examination, they turn out to be bullet holes. The mandibles are covered in dried blood. Someone else is assuming that, like regular cockroaches, this one doesn't have blood. A soldier emerges from behind the truck, his black uniform dusty. He approaches you. Are you from the technical department? Sophie wants to know when her servo shell will be ready. Did the part arrive yet? I'm not from the technical department. Just arrived in the dome. The soldier smirks. Ah, I see. Then I'll tell you what to expect. Endless crawling through ventilation ducts and repairing air conditioners, as well as mainframes, kettles, and coffee machines. Most of your time will be wasted on ordering parts from the bureaucrats, and then you'll be working into the night to avoid a fine from the Silvers. To make it short, you bust your butt for no thanks. I know. My sister works in the service center. He watches you closely, relishing your facial expression. An unremarkable Jupiter moon, covered with a thin layer of dust, desert dust. It is parked in the repair bay. So you look in the window. You look inside. The interior of the car is upholstered in grayish blue. Empty cans of soda perch on the slightly scuffed seat. You plop into the off seat. The car smells like gasoline. This warm, familiar odor is coupled with that of some vaguely familiar chemical. Let's see. Look in the driver's side mirror. In the reflection, you see a slice of the rear fender in a small car covered with a tarp parked behind you. Back seat. The back seat is covered with cloths. There are a few dank smelling shirts, a light jacket, and a silver wing blazer. There's a little bag under the blazer. You find a container of anti-rads and yet another can of soda in the bag. You decide to keep the loot? Why not? There's nothing remarkable about the dashboard. The odometer reads 86,012 miles. All you find in the glove compartment are a couple of old magazines and a dome road map. The truck is covered with desert dust and its engine is still running hot. Feels like the car has come a long way before it got here. When you put your hand on the cockpit, an almost imperceptible noise like the rustle of the ocean fills your head. A slight tingling sensation occurs on the tips of the fingers as if from a weak current. An orange crawler tractor truck is waiting at Gate 3. The vehicle's number has been scrubbed off by the desert, wind, and sand. This must be the transport Kingsley spoke of. The driver's side door is half open. A young woman is sitting sideways in the driver's seat, legs hanging out.
Hi there.
She offers her hand. Hi, I'm Clara Morgan, and you're the novice from going to Nashville, right? What's your name? How do you feel? Do you mind if I smoke in the car? Her handshake is surprisingly firm. Clara smells of soap, some fragrance, slight of gasoline. What do you know of C-12 Nashville? The blue adjusts the crucifix hanging from her neck. It's a miracle of the Lord. A lot of rare relics has been coming out of Nashville recently. It's like a modern El Dorado. You know what El Dorado is, don't you? El Dorado is... Clara rambles on for some time about the huge cave under Nashville and the hundreds of relics pouring out of it every week. You ready to get this mission started? You climb in the cabin and plunk yourself down on the passenger seat. The truck seems bigger on the inside. A wooden rosary is hanging from the driver's mirror. The radio murmurs quietly. Clara slams the door. Are we going then? Should probably go now. The roads are bad. Very little asphalt. Dirt tracks mostly. God willing, we'll go there before that storm hits. Mind if I turn on the radio up a bit? Do you like music? Blues? Gospel? I, for instance, like... You can't make out exactly what Clara likes. The roar of the engine smolders the rest of her sentence, and the truck lurches into motion. And that is the introductory of the game. With the next episode, we'll start getting more into the meat of the game, along with some action. Hope you enjoyed this adventure. If you liked the video and like to see more, click the buttons that do the things. And if you have any comments, leave them below. And until next time, keep adventuring.